I feel like someone's about to say welcome to your first week of marriage counselling. Look, what? That's how I sat down, do you know what I mean? So Connor, tell me what you love about Ellie.
Yeah, go on then. That'd be nice.
Wow, it's the hard thing, sir.
Connor, some of these assumptions, you didn't help the assumptions there. Angels, first of all, before we say a big hello, what do we think of the temporary filming space? We wanted to switch it up from the island, because we filmed a video there, like, literally, basically last video, and we don't currently have a filming room yet.
I tell you what would have been a good location.
Where?
That bookcase.
No, because it's not fully decked out yet, Con. I did think of the bookcase.
We'll save that for next vid.
Yeah, I did think of that for the bookcase.
For our next sit down.
But
you could just move about the house, everyone.
I've not got like my White Company stuff on there.
You haven't got your White Company candle on there, have
you? Well, I don't. I have the reed diffuser, but not a candle. So
you got to wait till that's about. The only thing killing the vibe is the flashing lights.
Why are you bringing red into this room? Do you know red is the colour of the devil? Con, in a serious note though, how do you stop that from being red? Because every single cute Instagram story I take...
There you are, it's off now. You're welcome. Oh, it's back on. Hey angels!
Welcome back to another video, everybody. We missed you guys so much.
Ever so much.
We thought after doing our Say It or Shot It, and you guys loved it so much, that we would do an assumptions video, because who doesn't like to see Ellie Darby and C59 answering the assumptions about them?
Yeah, and let's be honest, everyone assumes everything about everyone, so I know there's going to be some good assumptions out there.
What do you mean everyone assumes everything about everyone?
Everyone's got an assumption about someone. I got an assumption about the Queen.
What's your assumption about the Queen?
My assumption about the Queen, that she's a loving lady, but she's a bit stern.
Okay, I think that's a fair assumption to say.
What does that do?
So before we get started, I just want to say a really big thank you for all of you guys for being so lovely, because whenever we do Q&As or assumptions or anything like that, you guys are always so lovely, so cute. There were hardly any horrible ones. They were all like, you guys are the best. We love you so much.
But you have to promise as well with these assumptions, we got to be 100% honest.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
We're going to, if your assumption
people.
Is true, we're going to say it.
Okay, assumption number one, here we go. You guys are not very touchy or lovey.
Oh.
Love you guys so much. Love you too.
Okay.
This is...
It's caught me off guard already.
Oh, Con.
I wasn't expecting to go that deep that soon.
Con, that's not even deep, babes. You bloody wait. We're going like 7 foot under sea with some of these assumptions. No. We're going in a submarine down to the deep dark.
Is it yellow?
Yeah.
What? You're laughing at me? Because it's a terrible joke?
No, it's just funny. You just made me laugh.
We're not very touchy-feely. I think we are.
I just don't. We aren't really in public, but behind the scenes, when it's us on the sofa, I'm literally like, give me all the attention.
Jump on me, don't you? Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I wouldn't say we're overly touchy. Like, there's some couples out there which are like a bit full on.
24/7.
Yeah, we're not those sort of people.
But we just love a cuddle. We do love a cuddle.
Yeah. Like, if 10 is like overboard, I'd say we're like 5.
No, I'd say we're more than that.
What?
Come on,
what do you reckon we are then?
I reckon we're like a...
Don't you dare say
6.
8. I was going to say. Alright then,
like
I was
6.
1 mark off for a 6. Goodness.
Assumption number 2, Connor vapes.
Yeah. I don't vape. I was being silly then with that answer. I don't think I'll tell you what, I have vaped on a night out, but it's not something that I do.
What is a vape? Is it like the electronic cigarette? Yeah. Great. Thank you for that. Assumption number 3, Con is protective over you.
Oh. Go on then.
My answer to that question would be that he's not overly protective in the sense that, like, we're on a night out, he sees me chatting to a guy and he's like, boom. You do get protective over me if I'm like upset about something or someone's doing me wrong, aren't you?
Very protective.
You are quite protective there.
Yeah, I'm not jealous.
No.
So I literally wouldn't care if the boy started talking to Ellie or whatever, or message her on Instagram, whatever. But if someone tries to take advantage of Ellie, that's when I'm like, oi.
He gets quite protective in that
you.
sense. Sometimes I have to say to you, like, Con, it's okay, she's my friend. Or like, it's fine because she's not doing it. But then I don't know if that's just me being naive. And Connor assumes I'm being naive. I don't know.
I tell you what, I am literally the best reader of people in the whole entire world. I could literally meet someone and then literally in that instance I'll know whether they're a good person or what.
To be fair, there's been little example of when Connor's not been good at that.
There's no example where I'm
Do you think I'm a good reader of people? I think I am.
I think you see the best in people, which sometimes
can bring it down a bit. Because, yeah, that's true. I just want everybody to be happy.
You just assume everyone's a nice person. And
yeah, that's why I get so hurt when I find out they're not. Then that's why you get so protective over me in the first place, because you know what's coming. This one confused me because I just want to squish this one in the bud.
Squish!
Right here, right now. Because there's a lot like this, and whenever I do a Q&A, or like somebody new comes to my page, and like, it's not everybody is new to me or whatever, but like trolls and stuff, you know? You've had work done to your hips / top of your legs and waist.
No, I haven't. Before she met me. When you were 16.
No, the answer is no. I have never, apart from a boob job, I've never had any surgery, apart from my lazy eye as well. But I've never had any like physical butt implants or hip, I don't even know if hip implants is a thing. I've had no ribs removed. It's just the way my fat deposits, I suppose, on my hips. And everyone thinks I Photoshop and everyone thinks I've had surgery. But
nah, honey.
I'm real. For you, Con was a player.
Oi, oi. What did you think of me when you first met me?
I did not think you were a player.
You didn't think I was...
No, I didn't think you were a player.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious, babes.
Why?
Because you're just a lovely guy. You don't give me player vibes. Let me tell you, angels, one word of advice from me, okay? In life, go for the nice guy. Don't go for the player, guys. They're only going to screw you over.
Nice guys always...
Go for the nice guy.
Finish first. Nice guys always win.
Yeah, that's
Remember
true.
that. Boyfriend's in the back. If you be nice, you always win.
Anyway, why are you a player?
I'm not a player.
No, you're not now, that's for sure.
I've never been a player. It's not been my vibe.
No. Con's into like rom-coms, Justin Bieber.
Elle, don't tell the angels this. I've watched About Time before I met Ellie.
Oh, you hadn't?
I've watched it 3 times now. 2 of you and once by myself.
That is one thing that I actually really love about Con. Whenever we're looking at rom-coms to choose, he'll be like, no, I watched that. And I'll be like, oh, who'd you watch that with? Some other girl. And he'll be like, no, actually I just watched it on my own, in my room.
That's what I used to get up to.
Is Connor on steroids? Oh. By the way, I love your YouTube. Thank you so much, Cara.
Cheers, Cara. I'm not on steroids. Never taken steroids. Don't think I ever will, but we shouldn't ever rule it out. You never know what the world's going to throw at you. That's that assumption cleared. Did you ever think I was on steroids?
No.
Have you ever thought, oh, Connor's a bit touchy this month? Is he?
Oh yeah, every month, hun.
Hey?
Yeah. But I know what's in your bedside drawers, hun. And they're not steroids.
Oh.
They're socks. You rushed into the new house too soon for views. Honey, let me just tell you something. I had been waiting to buy my own house for how long, Con? Pretty much since we got together.
Yeah.
We had always said, like, I can't wait to buy our own house together. Like, that was our #1 thing that we always wanted to do. It was great living in rented accommodation, and it definitely worked
the purpose
for us. But our end goal was to always be able to own a property, and we're very, very, very lucky that we are able to at our age, and we're in the position we're in. And I definitely don't take any of this for granted. I'm like, every day I wake up so grateful for the life I live.
We were renting for 2 years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say...
We didn't rush
like,
it at all.
You can't rush in, like, the way that assumption's put forward, it's like you rushed into the house before it was built, which wasn't the case. That's how I took it, like, it wasn't completely done. We moved in when it was finished.
Good one, I'm glad that's cleared up, right? The roof was on, the walls were built.
The garden was laid.
No, I mean, Con and I have been together for 5 years when we bought this house. We were ready for it, we've been living together for years. We basically lived together ever since we got together anyway, so
literally.
It wasn't rushing. You're the money maker and Connor lives off of you.
Oh.
There were quite a few questions like this. You are the breadwinner.
Please have some food tonight.
Generally rule the roost. I've never heard of that term before.
What?
Rule the roost.
Do you think you
rule the roost? Get me those chickens, babe. I'm gonna rule the roost.
How our money situation works, Ellie and I have a joint business account and we both get a salary from that business account.
And everything goes into that business account, like everything. Any money that Connor earns, any money that I earn, because Connor has his own thing that you do with James and Karis, and you do ads and you do other things
which brings me in money, yep. And then Ellie obviously has all of her Instagram, this YouTube, all of that goes into the business account, and I get paid from helping Ellie do everything she does as well. So it is true, Ellie earns more than me, but
no, but I don't know, because it's just the business.
I guess,
don't earn more than you because we have a salary.
Yeah, I guess in that sense.
But I guess in
you bring more money into the business account.
Into the business account, yeah. It's
Which
21st century, honey.
Half mine.
Connor. Then obviously we also have Angel Collection.
Which is a business that money-wise we don't touch.
Yeah.
We just literally, everything we earn through Angel Collection we reinvest in the business to make it better.
Yeah, and that all started from investing a very small amount back when we were doing merch, which was only
2018.
Yeah, end of 2018, Christmas time. Here it is. I knew there was something on its way.
Here we are. Go on, lad. What are you saying?
He's scoffing us.
Are you looking at my girlfriend? I'll get you. I'll sort him out later.
You and Herbie.
Yeah, me and us. We'll get him in an alleyway. Go on, let's get him.
Can I just say as well on this topic, I remember it didn't even feel like that long ago. Like we always say when Connor was in his full-time employment, oh, can you believe that was only X amount of years ago? Like, how many years ago was it that you had?
I left my full-time job, so I was
as
a sales consultant as a sales consultant at the start of 2017, end of 2016. So that was only 3 years ago,
which is crazy. And I really strongly remember, like, I used to, back when I first like got into manifestation and meditation and stuff like that, I used to think about what my goals were in life, and I used to always write it down, and I'd write it in my notes and I'd think about it. I remember thinking, oh my god, if one day we can live a life where like me and Connor work together, Connor doesn't have to have like a full-time sales job, and we can do this thing together and make it the best we can be as a partnership. Like, that's all I want from life. And at that point I was just like, wow, if we can do that, I'll be the happiest girl ever. Like, I just, even though we've been doing it for a couple of years now, I just feel so grateful for the life we live. I really do.
Yeah,
it is such a blessing to 100%. Be able to, like, obviously with some, I guess it depends on the relationship and the people you are, but Connor and I work so well as a partnership together. He is genuinely my best friend and the love of my life, and I love him so much. And the fact that we get to live together, own a house together, do business together, spend every day together,
laugh and have fun,
it's just the best thing ever. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, especially for me, I'm so grateful for it as well, because when I was in my sales job, I remember I started it when we started dating, when we started going out, and I literally said to Elle, I only be in this job for a couple of months, it'll just tide me over. I was in that job for just over 2 years, and by the end of it I was going to, well, by most of my time now I was going to the job and hating my life. I didn't enjoy it. So I'm just grateful for Ellie for allowing me to live a life I love.
You're gonna make me cry in a minute.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you.
I'm very grateful for everything. I can't believe sometimes I get to look at the sky and he's my everything. Going off a tangent on that, someone else's assumption is Connor is very understanding and supportive of everything you're going through at the moment. No, I don't want to turn this into like big sob fest, because I know we've just been really emotional, but I genuinely can't think of anybody better to help get me through what is going on behind the scenes at the moment. You guys know, if you have kind of been watching my channel very recently and maybe been paying a bit of attention on my Instagram stories, that I've opened up about my mum having a difficulty with a brain tumour at the moment, and it is a very painful time in my life. And I just wouldn't, there's just like no way, like I don't understand how people can get through such as awful, the worst time of my life. I don't understand how people can get through that without having somebody that is a support system like Connor. Like, some days I wake up and I genuinely, like, I think, how am I going to do this? How am I actually going to live the rest of my life? You know? So if I didn't have Connor there to help me get through that, you know, those days and what's to come, I just don't know how people do it. And I really just take my hat off to the people that have the strength to do it.
So what life partners beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm here for you no matter what, you know that.
One of the best things about kind of opening up about it for me has been the amount of people that can relate to me. And I remember when I first started to kind of like go on that journey with my mum, I remember thinking there's literally nobody else in the world that was going through what I'm going through right now, and I just wish there was another social media gal that kind of opened up about it, didn't I? That was all I ever wanted, was to like for somebody to be able to relate to. So now that I know that a lot of you guys have kind of been through a similar situation or you're going through it at the moment, and we can kind of relate to each other, it's been so helpful for me. You know, we have been together for 5.5 years. That's a long time to get to know somebody. So Connor knows me in so many senses actually better than I know myself. So when I'm like really feeling down and depressive about it, you just kind of like, if I am upset but I don't want to talk, Connor knows what to do without me having to say I don't want to talk, you know? And he knows the right questions to ask, and he knows the right thing to say. I feel like sometimes the worst thing that somebody can do when you're really upset is to like constantly try to offer advice to get you out of that upset mood.
Yeah.
Which kind of like invalidates your emotions of being upset, because it's like sometimes there's just not a solution for everything, but Connor is just, you just know what to say, boo.
Yeah, I try my best, Han.
You do really well.
Thank you. And I feel if anyone is going through something similar to Elle's, it's always best to speak to someone.
Yeah.
So if you haven't spoken to anyone yet about what's going on and you feel like it's a bit trapped,
it's getting a bit much,
just try to confide in someone.
I'll try and find some really good services and put them down below for you guys.
Or you can just message me and Elle's, we'll sort
Make sure you talk about it. It's really important, even though it's so painful. Honey Spam's assumption that you want 4 kids and 10 dogs. I get a motherly, homely vibe from you. 100%, I want loads of kids and I want loads of dogs. I'm quite happy with Herbie at the moment because Herbie is like my first child. I love him so much. He needs a hell of a lot of attention, so I don't know at this moment
how many
Herbies
we could handle.
Yeah. But I definitely want more than one dog, and I definitely want more than one child.
Yeah, I reckon at the moment 3 children, but
that's the vibe I get as well.
3 children, but then who knows?
Who knows, honestly?
Who knows? I mean, if I was like as rich as Kardashian, I'd have loads of kids.
Yeah, and you could like give all of the time and the love and the money and the attention to each kid.
3 kids, I reckon.
Yeah.
1 boy and 2 girls.
Going off of that, Ellie.cheek, because she's hashtag cheeky, says you and Connor want to get pregnant in the next year with eye emojis.
Ooh. Go on, Elle's, take it away.
You take it away.
I mean, recently we've been speaking a lot about that sort of topic
of life,
and I feel it is something that we are, you know, gonna investigate and see when would be a good time for us.
I mean, I feel like it's a bit much being like, yeah, so we're gonna start trying
in 6 months' time,
because honestly you just don't know what's gonna happen in life, do you? I just feel like people are so lucky to have children and to have no problems conceiving or anything like that, that you just don't know. But it, I suppose, is the next step for us, and it's something that we've been exploring recently. So don't expect a baby in the next 3 months, hun, because I'm not pregnant. Lots of people have said, are you pregnant? And I'm
not pregnant yet.
In terms, there was quite a few assumptions as well, as like we want to get married before we have kids. We've kind of discussed recently that that's
not a priority. Like we've always said before, we're gonna get engaged. Well, we're gonna get a house, get engaged, marriage, and then kids. But now we got the house.
Our priorities have kind of shifted, haven't we?
Yeah, like no. I reckon it'll be engagement, and then I could see kids before marriage. I can see
kids before marriage as well. Just because I think I'm 24, Connor's 26, he's turning 27 in June. We've always wanted to be younger parents, and
I feel like if we wait,
the sort of wedding that we want.
Yeah, I'm like, Ellie's like, oh, let's get married. I'm like, Els, the wedding that I have pictured.
No, and me.
I sound like a girl here, don't I?
This is the rom-coms
I want. But yeah, I feel like the wedding that we want is going to be like a big one.
Yeah, we want it to be a really special, really big, very much like a celebration for all of our family.
So I reckon that would like take years to save for that.
Yeah, and plan.
And we may potentially want kids before a few years. So.
Yeah, and also we've thought about how cute it would be to have our kids at our wedding.
Yeah. Well, the plan is to have our child ride Herbie down the aisle. I'm gonna build him
with the ring in his mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna build him a little like seat to go on top of Herbie. Herbie have his little tux on.
Herbie's gonna have a little tuxedo on. Yeah, it's gonna be so cute. So who knows? But I guess naturally that is just the next thing to happen in our relationship. But the one thing that does kind of irritate me with social media, there's actually another assumption that says you're frustrated that people keep asking you about marriage and kids and you want to go at your own pace.
I mean, personally, it doesn't bother me whatsoever.
No, it doesn't frustrate or bother me at all, but I just think it's sad how there are like these 20-year-olds, look who's peeked around the corner.
Hello.
You can come in.
That he'll knock.
He's been crying.
What's up?
All night, all day in the kitchen.
Come on up here. No, wait.
Hang on.
Come on, up this way. Come on, big jump, come on. Yeah!
Clever boy. He heard us talking about him coming down the aisle and he was like, what?
I need to practice.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Lie down.
Lie down.
It's not that funny.
Good boy.
Good boy. Right, no, if you're in
not
here,
allowed
you've got
to
to be
cry,
quiet,
yeah.
okay? Because we're filming a video.
Oh, he's screaming.
Yeah, it totally doesn't frustrate or bother me, but I do just think it's sad how there are these like 20-year-old couples out here that have been together for like 2 years and they just feel the pressure to get married and have kids and stuff because social media says that that's the next thing to do, and they see like their favourite influencers or celebrities or whoever getting married and having babies.
Getting married early on.
Just like I think because we're the first generation to really grow up with social media and watch people grow up on social media, on YouTube and things like that, it is so exciting to think that one day we'll get married and we'll have children, but we've actually got the rest of our entire lives to do that. Like, just because we're on social media doesn't mean that we need to do that tomorrow for the next best thing.
Exactly.
You know?
You're 24 hours, do you know what I mean?
We've got 24. So much life to live. I'm really excited about the life that we have together. So I think it doesn't frustrate or bother me, but it just upsets me, I guess, that social media puts so much pressure.
Yeah, people assume you need to get married.
Yeah.
Like, we've been together 5 years, people are like, why are you not married?
Yeah, or why aren't you engaged? And it's like, well, we've actually got the rest of our lives to be engaged and be married. Oh, are you holding Dad's hand?
You've got to be quiet, haven't you?
You're being a lovely boy. Can I show the angels to you in a minute? Hello. Oh, you want to answer an assumption? What would you like to say?
The assumption I've heard most is that Herbie rules the roost of the house.
There was actually an assumption that was like,
look at him, he's like, I don't
Herbie
need to answer that question.
He's like, I am royal. These are my peasants. Dad, make me some
Paint
lunch.
my nails.
Somebody said you only do YouTube for the money.
Oh.
Charlotte, let me tell you, my love. I didn't even know when I started YouTube, and actually even when I was doing YouTube seriously, that you could make money from it.
Yeah, when I introduced you to YouTube, it was like early doors.
Yeah.
Where it was like when we first got together.
Yeah. I didn't even know that you could make anything from YouTube. I didn't know that it could be a career. I actually remember, probably when I had maybe like 15,000 subscribers, I remember asking Connor, what do these YouTubers do, like outside of YouTube? And Connor was like, well, I think YouTube's their job. And we were just like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, I just never really understood it. But my number one most important thing with my YouTube channel has always been, from day one, and will always be, to bring people together. For years and years and years when I was younger, I really struggled with not feeling like I had people around me that understood me, and I felt rejected from a lot of people for being my authentic self. And as soon as I kind of started to build a bit of a community up with my angel gals, it made me realise that there were so many of us that were so similar, and we've been through so much, and we'd be such great friends. And that's what's always been most important to me. It always has been. Like, being here for you guys and providing you with content that hopefully makes you happy and takes your mind off of a bad day. And also just actually really love documenting our life on YouTube. Like, that is just so cool for me.
Yeah, there's definitely something special to looking back at old videos.
Yeah. Like when we first got Herbie.
Yeah.
Or even like 4 years ago when we'd be in a video and I'll be like, I just really want a dog. And now he's here. Like, and then living with Connor's parents.
Yeah,
and
just
now
seeing what we were up
house.
to like 4 years ago is crazy.
It's just really, really cool. It's just really cool. So yeah, I love it. And you guys make it very, very, very special for me. And I'm so lucky to have the community I have. So no, I do not do YouTube for the money. Actually, at all. If YouTube were to drop ads and money and everything like that tomorrow, you can best believe I'll still be here until we decide the time is right to come off. So last assumption from Katie is you're closer to Katie. It wasn't my Katie that asked this question. You're closer to Katie as she's your only full sister. That assumption is false.
Uh-oh.
I guess it depends what you consider like closest meaning. Like, yes, obviously in some senses Katie and I are closer because we're going through the situation with my mum together, and my older sisters kind of aren't involved with that because they've got a separate mum. Also in some situations, like me and Katie literally lived together every single day of our childhood. Although we saw our older sisters an awful lot, and I'll always be so grateful to my dad for making sure that we have just a closer relationship with all three of the older sisters as well as just me and Katie. Me and Katie did live together and we have the same mum, and sometimes we went on holidays.
Just you two.
Just us.
Yeah.
And so it depends, but then in a lot of other senses, in terms of like personality and advice and things like that, I'm so close to my older sisters. Natalie, Lucy and Sophie, like I would go to every single one of my sisters for something different. I wouldn't say I'm closer to Katie, but then I guess in some ways I am, so it's hard to say. But in terms of like who I prefer spending time with,
it's not
or
like a favourite,
who I love, there's no favourite. Like each of my sisters are the world to me, and they're all my best friends for different reasons, and I'm very lucky to have them. So, with that said, because the camera's flashing red, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's video. It got a bit deeper. I thought this was going to be a bit of like a light-hearted, fun vid.
We always get deep, don't we?
Yeah, we're just in a deep mood at the moment, aren't we? As always, angels, I just want to really quickly say I love you guys so much, and I'm so appreciative of your support and your understanding and your friendship, really, in general at the moment. You're making a really, really hard time for me so much, not easier, but I don't know. More
manageable.
Yeah, more manageable, I guess, because you're all just so lovely and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, angels, for looking after Ellie for me as well.
Love you guys so much, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Love ya.